Stage 1. 35 kilometers from the coastal town of Quepos through palm plantations and abandoned roads to the valley of the Savagre River. This stage is considered to be one of the toughest stages, for many have traveled to sunny Costa Rica from the harsh, cold winter in the north. The skies were overcast for the stage, but the temperatures reached 95 degrees in the air. From the start, North American racer David James gunned to the front. He set the pace for the entire stage, falling short of breaking his own stage record. He finished the stage under 3 hours. Spaniard Ismael Dries followed James closely, yet he missed the marking and ended up losing close to 20 minutes. Dries finished in second place. Henry Monestel from Costa Rica finished the stage in third place. Costa Rican runner Trisha Perez reached the finish line in first place, followed closely by Gemma Slaughter from Canada, and in third place, Ligia Madrigal from Costa Rica. Ligia led most of the stage, but was passed by Trisha and Gemma 5 kilometers from the finish line. Racers set camp on the shore of the Savagre River, a spectacular scenery deep in the rainforest. Stage 2 will take racers higher towards the mountains, then descend towards the coast, where a last section of sand will lead them to the finish line in the coastal town of Dominical. A total distance of 39 kilometers and an elevation gain of 2,250 meters took racers from the depths of the Savagre River to the coastal town of Dominical, best known for its surf and sandy beaches. David James and Ismael Dries raced side by side throughout the entire stage, crossing the finish line together. They were followed by Costa Rican Jose Lopez, another new face at the Coastal Challenge. Ligia Madrigal had to step aside due to health problems. She was able to reach checkpoint 1 in first place with a comfortable lead, but was unable to continue. This left the doors open for Trisha and Gemma to continue the battle for first place. Trisha was able to reach the finish line in first place, with a 10-minute lead over Gemma Slaughter and Angela Mayer.
Probably the most difficult part was then the beach. It seems like it's forever, yeah. I think the heat, and by then my battery on my watch had died, and so I had no concept of distance or anything to be able to know when to eat and know when to take my salt pills and all that. So that psychologically I think was affecting it as well.
With 159 kilometers to go, David James led the pack in the men's expedition category with a wide gap over Spaniard Ismael Dries. Trisha holds on to first place, yet is followed closely by Canadian Gemma Slaughter. Stage 3 consists of 52 kilometers and a total elevation gain of 2,450 meters. In this stage, racers ran 10 kilometers up the Baru River, crossed the impressive Naujaca Falls, and continued the long, progressive 15-kilometer climb to reach the checkpoint halfway to the finish line. Here, racers started the long descent to the coast. This stage took racers across the Ballena Marine National Park, organization to which this year's edition of the Coastal Challenge has been dedicated for its commitment to the preservation of marine species in the Southern Pacific. More specifically, the humpback whales, which swim thousands of kilometers each year to feed and mate in this area. David James continued on the lead with a comfortable 1 hour 24-minute gap over Ismael Dries. Henry Monestel climbed to third position. Trisha Perez stays on the lead, haunted by Angela Mayer and Irene Hale, who race together to shorten the time on the lead. Gemma falls to fourth place. 39 kilometers, a total elevation gain of 3,000 meters, a burning sun and extremely dry and hot last section made of stage 4 one of the toughest at the Coastal Challenge. Racers climbed to the coastal ridge and ran south on the top of the mountains, reaching the expedition's highest point, 1,000 meters. Here the temperature cooled down, yet the sun was punishing and bathed the racers throughout the entire stage. Canadian Gemma Slaughter made a huge comeback, climbing from 4th to 1st place, with a wide lead over Angela Mayer in 2nd place. David James continues to widen the lead over Ismael Dries, now over an hour behind James. Stage 5 took place in one of the wildest and most remote regions of Costa Rica, the Sierpe mangroves, one of the world's largest mangroves and home to thousands of species. Racers ran 48 kilometers and climbed a total elevation gain of 1,450 meters. Gemma Slaughter ran alone most of the stage, sending the gap between her and Angela Mayer, who arrived at the finish line with Irene Hale. This lead secured Gemma's overall first place. Ismael Dries crossed the finish line in first place, followed by David James 2 minutes behind. Dries and James ran together the entire stage. The finish line is located at Drake Bay, name given to the area upon arrival of Sir Francis Drake in the 17th century. It's said that the treasure hides deep in the forest of Isla del Caño, an island located several kilometers from the shore. Drake is one of the most remote tourist locations in Costa Rica, and it's an excellent spot for the final stage of the Coastal Challenge, Rainforest Run. Stage 6 is a 24-kilometer loop which starts and ends at Drake Bay to reach a total of 233 kilometers. David James dominated the race from day one, winning his second Coastal Challenge title. Canadian Hema Slaughter finishes in first place on her first ever multi-stage race. Hema and Dave will be back to defend their title in the 10th edition of the Coastal Challenge. The 10th edition of the Coastal Challenge will take place from February 1st to the 7th. Ultra runners from all over the globe will visit Costa Rica for this special edition, which will take racers on some of the most spectacular jungles and coastlines on the planet.